We'll call him Big Daddy Rands. We'll call him Rands Daddy before the end of the game. We got the Rattlers in the forest green against the Bandits in their burnt orange, and we are underway. Just dipping our toe into the water here from Langley Event Center. Bandu working off the pick. Drives into the paint, kicks out to the corner. Shot from beyond three, and it drops. Kadre Gray, dipsy and doodling. Kennedy gets it out to the corner. Shot from the perimeter. Anything you can do, we can do better. First basket of the season at home goes to Shane Gibson, and you got yourself a game tied at 3. Gibson drives in, being guarded by Bandu. Ooh, right out of his shoes. Tried to go for the one look to Alex Campbell, not there. And Saskatchewan's going to come back the other way. Lindsay drives right between two Bandits and gets the finger roll.
Yeah, good pace, but I think for the Bandits, they got to do a better job in the transition. That's something they're going to have to look to contain.
Nice shot from the perimeter, and that's what you need, a big man with some touch. Passing it out to Bernatowski. Goes baseline, passes it out to Kadre Gray, all alone, unguarded. That is just something you cannot do, Ransford.
And those are the ones that Kadre Gray.
Nice sized crowd here in the Valley as well. Good defense by Fraser Valley. 3 on the clock, shot hucked up, and it drops. Ben Levy from the second area code here in the prop. Faked as if he was going to go up, now throws it into no man's land. Shane Gibson has to go back to get it. 6 on the shot clock, drives in against Carr, goes up, and with 2 Rattlers right on his back, is still able to get the finishing bucket. And here comes Saskatchewan out of that full timeout, trying to get rid of some early game jitters. Bernard off on the side, passing it to Bandu. Bandu guarded by 2, and then they both gave up on him, and Bandu drops the floater. Probably be a good guy at a restaurant, knows the full menu as well. Bernard with contact, decides to get it out to Lindsay, well beyond the arc, and that is nothing but the bottom of the net. Kyle Adnam into the game as well. Passing it into Kennedy, that's about as easy to get, and a little bit of contact.
This is a team that wants to play aggressive. You know, they want to dominate, so you got to keep that physicality up.
Shot hitting the bottom of the net, 16-15, Rattlers leading. Fraser Valley as Lindsay receiving the ball. Guarded by DeVivier, always a tough guy. But wow, that one is just smooth as silk, and they're heating up from three-point land.
Yeah, Lindsay, he's a pro. He's a guy, he's played in the G League for a number of years.
How about Adam? It's by attending upcoming games. You could purchase your season, your flex pack, your group, or even your single game tickets by simply going to cebl.ca to be a part of the action.
You know, they realize they're pros out.
Second big dunk opportunity missed by the Bandits. Rattlers with numbers are going to stop, pop, and that is going to drop as well. Adam passing it off with 6 on the shot clock. They get it out to DeVivier. He's got 2. He's got to put it up from beyond the arc. Nothing but net. And because it's a three-pointer, that is going to send us to the second quarter. Alex Campbell passing it off to Bernatowski again, who's going to try to go baseline. Works his way around a Rattler. How about that for a nice little reverse move? So they got to regroup. Bandu going to try to put it up again, and boy, both of his threes have been with a finger or even a full hand right in front of his face.
Yeah, Bandu, he's locked and loaded. He's looking for any opportunity, just a sliver of daylight to get his shot off.
Bernatowski from the top of the key drops it as well. Bandu working the right side. Campbell comes to pick up the defense, goes inside, bobbled by Bernard, but he kept his presence and gets the easy 2. 29-29. Got a good one for you from Langley Event Center, as it should be. You want to hook some fans, keep it close. Pass off to Bernatowski. Boy, big man, but real soft touch. Into the corner they go. That one misses. A rare miss from beyond the arc for Saskatchewan. Alex Campbell with the rebound, passing it off to the red-hot Bernatowski, who goes right back to the paint and just continues to sizzle. Bandu drives high off the glass, misses. Right into the hands of Gray, who now presses. Brings some Bandits with him, including the big man, Kennedy with a flush. 7-0 run for the Bandits. They're up by 7 now. Lindsay waiting for the traffic to go by, now puts it up, and that one is mesh, and more mesh before it finally ends up in the hands of DeAndre Bernard. Rattlers trying to go back to work, and it's a game of runs, Ransford, so far.
They just got to continue to play the game and limit the runs and try to make it hard for the Rattlers' top players.
Gray, ooh, wonderful, into the seams, and boy, he's going to get the harm as well. Kennedy and Kadre Gray with some nice chemistry early on in the season. Esho Wasn't sure, so he passed it out to Gray. Boy, Campbell's got a lot of space. Jukes one, throws it up, and boy, a lot of ball movement there, and that looks like a team that's real comfortable with each other right now. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Bandits up by 5, looking to improve on a 2-1 road trip. Is Kennedy going all the way in for the two-handed flush?
And that was a big man, a grown man play.
Rattlers coming back the other way, quick to respond. Maybe not as flashy, but same result.
There's about 7 guys that have scored for us already to this point.
Gray goes all the way across to Gibson, who stops, pops, and drops. Very mediocre start to the game for the Bandits, but now they can start to stretch things out. Carr being guarded with 8 on the clock. That goes up, and man, they are filthy.
Big time pro moves being played. This league and how talented it is and how it continues to grow. I'm forever impressed just how each year it gets better.
Gibson, and will drop another one, and he had right in his face Anthony Segelke and didn't even flinch. So 2 possessions. Esho well beyond the arc, and it drops. That is a huge three-pointer that stretches the Bandits to their largest lead of the game, up by 7. 16 on the game clock. Bandu kicks it out. He's going to put it up just in the nick of time, and that's going to drop as well. Here comes Bandu and Saskatchewan. Going to see if they can listen to what their coach's advice was at the half. Working it right back inside on Kennedy. This one goes up, clanks around, and drops to the bottom. Campbell in the right spot at the right time, but boy, he wants to press it. Gets it right back up to Gibson, who passes it off to Bernatowski. Lets the traffic go by. Shot for 3, and it's good.
He missed the last one. You didn't see any notion of doubt in that shot. He shot it with confidence, made it.
Right back inside of Samanga, who wasted little time flushing that one home. And now Lindsay and the Rattlers going to try to bring this to within the 4-point deficit. Stops, pops, and boy, smooth and effortless for Lindsay. Bandu trying to fight off Adnam. Switch on the defense. Getting it down to Segelke in the paint. Big body, and it goes up and kisses the glass and in. Bernatowski thought he'd get the call, but it was not to be had, as does Shamanga. So cooler heads prevail, and now the Bandits going to try and prevent themselves from falling behind for the first time, and unfortunately they got work to do. That's a 3 from the corner, and them goes up with a scoop. It misses. And here comes Saskatchewan yet again. Bandu's going to stop pop. It looks, they're going to call it a 3. I thought his toe was on the line, but man, they're red hot again. Much like they were in the first quarter, Saskatchewan is tough from beyond the arc. DeVivier able to hold on to the ball. 11 on the clock. Gets it back from Bernatowski. They go inside to McLaughlin, who's there. And boy, McLaughlin had a split second to get that one up and did.
That's a nice look inside.
Passing it off, and you'll probably see a little more perimeter shooting without the big man in the middle, as Shamanga has been ejected from this game. His car goes up, misses, and boy. And where they were effective offensively at their peak was shooting from the perimeter without the big man. Shot from beyond the arc drops. Fraser Valley Bandits have had 2 home openers, technically, one in Abbotsford. Today we find them in Langley. Bernatowski trying to spin, didn't surprise anybody, but gets it into Kennedy, and that's what they got to do. And now Tony Carr sizing things up, being guarded by Malcolm DeVivier. Tries to go around DeVivier and does so, but is swatted away by Kennedy. And Kennedy is going to draw some contact as well. Kadre Gray passing it right back to Adnam. Adnam had the shot. This one's a little bit long, and it's going to go right back to Tony Carr, who's going to try to push on Kadre Gray. Contacted the paint, no call, but the basket drops. Gray waiting to find somebody open. It's Bernatowski with 14 on the clock. Decides to put it up from the far left elbow, and it drops. 17 on the game clock. Passes it off to Gray. Goes into the paint, scoop, and drop. Gray now taking instruction from Kennedy, who gets it off to Alex Campbell. Right back to the big man for the flush. Wonderful give and go by Kennedy, and that is what has made him effective in this game tonight. Here come the Bandits looking to find their largest lead of the game. Pass it off to Kennedy. Gets it to Bernatowski. From beyond the arc, it sinks. Rattlers, all 3 of them, and it ends up being Segelke who comes down with the ball. Bandu and Saskatchewan. He's going to try to make this a big play, and guess what? Bigger than big. That is a huge effort that brings Saskatchewan to within 3. Got to work their way back inside. That's the bread and butter. As now slashing into the paint, goes up with the reversal. Look at this. Not just the basket on the reversal, but he's going to go to the line as well. And that is a huge play for Shane Gibson. 4:23 left to go in the fourth quarter. Neither team has found the knockout punch, but boy, they've had their opposition wobbling on the ropes. Into Kennedy, scoops right through 2 Rattlers defenders and comes down with a big basket. Kennedy goes baseline, gets it into Kadre Gray, who doesn't get the basket or the call, but it ends up being Campbell who finds it on the glass and puts it back.
You know, right now Thomas Kennedy's making, I know it's early in the year, but he's making a run for U Sport Player of the Year.
Tries to work it to Kennedy. Bertatowski calling for it, but there were too many green jerseys. Look at this. Little dipsy doodle to Shane Gibson. Didn't see that one in the repertoire.
A little razzle-dazzle.
Bandits fake left and then went right. Fade away from the corner. It misses as well. Shane Gibson comes down with the rebound. They've got numbers as well. Campbell is going to try to get it across. Instead, he's going to go to Kadre, who drops down.
Where you said that the earlier wins, the close wins, they're building something. They're going to, you know, you made a deposit, and it's going to come back sometime when you need it. And you can see today, they felt comfortable.
But right now, an opportunity for the Bandits to squeak even closer towards a victory, but a turnover, a rare turnover from Kennedy. Sal's going to stop. He's going to pop, and it's going to drop. Campbell fade away with Bandu right in his face. Miss short, fight for the ball. Nice effort from Gibson. Passes it out to Bertatowski, and that's how it should end. A 3 from Murphy Bertatowski ends the game with the bottom of the net rippling.